Today I'll be making Korean pancakes. I'll be making a seafood one specifically, and I made it a couple times just to try to get the technique down. And we'll have this nice savory and sweet sauce that will go along with it. We'll first make the sauce ahead of time. In a small bowl, we'll go in with some soy sauce, rice wine vinegar for the acidity, a bit of sesame oil, not too much because we don't want to overpower it, some sugar, any kind will do. This is Korean red chili flakes, a bit of sesame seeds, and some green onion garnish. Mix it all together until the sugars dissolve, and that's it for the sauce. We'll chop up some of the vegetables now. I have 2 green onions and about half of a large carrot. Use whatever vegetables you like. For the green onion, we'll be cutting it on an angle and saving some of the greens for garnish. For the carrot, I'll cut the top off and then peel all around. Then I'll try to cut the carrot into thin strips. I'll do my best to cut thin slices of carrot first. Then I'll cut them into sticks as thin as possible. Peel and chop up a couple cloves of garlic. I used about 3 cloves here. I bought some squid tentacles and I'll cut them into smaller pieces. Shrimp and octopus would work well too. Cutting the tentacles up into smaller pieces isn't necessary, but I'm just gonna do it anyways. And here's everything we'll be putting in our pancake. Now let's prepare our batter. I'll be using this pancake mix that all we need to do is just add some water and our ingredients. Grab a bowl that's large enough to hold everything, and I'll weigh out only half of what the package says to use. Slowly pour in the water and whisk at the same time. And we'll keep whisking until there's no more clumps. It might take a while, so be patient, but keep whisking until it gets to this point. At this consistency, we'll add in all of our ingredients now, and then we'll give it one final mix. Our pancake batter is now ready, and now we just need to fry it up. There's a lot of batter here, so we'll probably make around 2 large pancakes. We'll get a pan on medium heat, let it preheat for a bit, and we'll go in with the neutral oil for deep frying. I'll add enough oil to have a layer at the bottom of the pan. I wasn't sure how much oil to use, and the instructions on the package didn't really say, so this is going to be a little experiment to see how much oil we really need. I'm going to grab this cutting board as well when the pancake is done so we can drain off that excess oil. Once the oil's hot enough, we'll pour in the batter, and my oil definitely wasn't hot enough, but that's okay because I'll just turn up the heat. And it looks like I'm using so much oil, but I think this is how much we really need. It's going to take a while to fry on the one side, so give it some time to let it fry. We can see the edges are bubbling, so that means it looks like it's frying well. I was trying to figure out how I'm going to flip this on the other side. I don't think I'll be able to do this with this rubber spatula, and I don't have a bigger one either. So what I decided to do was try to pan flip it. And if you're watching this, don't try to flip it in the pan. It made a big mess, and all this hot oil flew everywhere. I found that the best way to probably do this was to put it on a plate, and then I'll be able to slide it back in. And it looks like the one side could have used a little bit more time. There wasn't that much color that was developed, but I'll just flip it over again after. And I flipped it in the pan because I knew it wasn't going to splatter as much this time, and at least on this side, we got a little bit of browning on the squid, and I'll let that first side get a little bit more brown. I'll flip it one more time just to see how brown that side is, and it looks much better now, and we'll move the pancake to the paper towel just to drain off that excess oil. Now I'll try to cook that second pancake, but this time I'm going to try with a lot less oil. We can see that there's still so much residual oil left from the last pancake, so I'm going to try to just use this oil here without adding any more. Pour in the rest of the batter, and I'll try to even out all the ingredients. Give it some time on the one side, flip it over, and look at that. It's so much more pale than the first one. I think this is because there wasn't that much oil, and I do think that you need all that oil we used in the beginning. That is quite alright. I'll still eat it, but now we know we need a lot of oil. I'll keep frying this pancake till it's all done, and here are the 2 pancakes. Look at how different the oil makes it, and overall it looks so much better. Cut the pancake into whatever sizes you want. I'm gonna cut it kind of like a pizza, and here is our Korean pancakes. I'll try the one with a lot less oil, dip it into the sauce, and for this one, it was pretty sad to be honest. It was really soft, and it didn't have that crispy exterior that you kind of want. Now for the first pancake that we used a lot of oil with, this one was much better, but it still didn't have that really crispy exterior that I was looking for. For the sauce, it was a little bit too vinegary for my liking, so next time I'm gonna just add a little bit less. And you know what they say, the third time's the charm. I'll make the sauce again. Soy sauce, a little bit less of the rice vinegar, sesame oil, sugar, Korean red pepper flakes, sesame seeds, chop up some of the greens of the green onion, and then give it a nice mix. And keep mixing till all the sugar is dissolved. Now to prep all the vegetables again, cut up the carrots into thin slices, cut the green onions on an angle, and I have this half onion here that I'm just going to add in as well. I'm going to measure out some batter like I did last time, but just enough for one pancake. Add in the water slowly, whisk it until there's no more lumps, and add in all the ingredients. I'll add in the squid tentacles as well, but I didn't cut them up into small pieces. One final mix to make it all incorporated, and we're ready to fry our pancake. The last two pancakes I made were in a much smaller pan, so for this one, I'm going to try to use a larger pan. Maybe this will help spread out the surface area, and then allow more browning to happen. I'll also use a generous amount of oil, enough to cover the bottom of the pan. Let the oil get hot on medium heat, and once preheated, we'll go in with our batter. I forgot to press record, but here's the batter in the pan, and we see the bubbling on the sides, so that's a good sign. I will let the one side get really brown this time, so I don't have to keep flipping it back and forth like the other two pancakes. And this time, I'm going to use a plate to flip over the pancake. Slide it right onto the plate, and then in a quick motion flip it right over back in the pan. And there is some browning on this side, but I'll probably flip it again after. Give it a few minutes, and then I'll flip it one last time, and look at the browning that happened on this side. It's going to give the pancake these really great deep flavors. I'll finish frying the other side, and I'll transfer the pancake to a paper towel. Cut the pancake into pizza slices, or into whatever sizes you want. And there's the Korean pancake. This time around it was much better. The crust is actually nice and crispy, and we got a lot more browning. The sauce isn't as vinegary as last time. It's salty and sweet, a little bit of spice, and has a freshness from the green onions, and it plays really well with the pancake. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And I hope you all have a great day.